Hello, dear students. My name is Jayashree, working as Assistant Professor in Department of CSE AIML in MLRIT. Today, my topic is about artificial intelligence as a foundation of cognitive computing. Okay, so in today's session, I would like to talk about how artificial intelligence will be working on different processes when you compare with cognitive computing. Okay, we'll compare different areas of cognitive computing and artificial intelligence. Let's move on to the topic. Now, when we are talking about cognitive computing, a type of AI that simulates human thought processes and human reasoning is the basic logic in cognitive computing. Now, here, cognitive computing, it is one of the type of AI which simulates human thought process and reasoning. Cognitive computing system uses AI and other technologies like machine learning, natural language processing, and speech recognition. These three technologies are used to learn, reason, and understand the language. What is the main goal of cognitive computing? The main goal is basically aims to create intelligent systems that can adapt and make decisions like humans. In fact, the machines or bots will make decisions more accurate compared to humans. And when we are talking about the applications, cognitive computing is used in a variety of applications including healthcare, finance, manufacturing, education, industry, and many more areas which are working very effectively. There are many benefits when you use AI or cognitive computing, which can process large amounts of data to identify the patterns or enhance the human decision making. The basic or main challenges which comes into our mind when we are talking about cognitive computing is it raises the ethical concerns about transparency, fairness, and it biases in automated decision making. This also requires lots of robust data which protects the measures to mitigate privacy and security risks. Now here in this image, we clearly discuss about the coverage, what does it focus on, and what are the approaches to it, what are the interactions between AI and cognitive, and what is the purpose of it. Okay. Now when we are talking about cognitive computing and the difference between AI is what is the coverage of the usage or coverage of cognitive computing is it is a subset of artificial intelligence. Cognitive computing is a subset of artificial intelligence, and artificial intelligence is a broader concept that enhances or encompasses the cognitive computing, right? It majorly focuses on, that is, the cognitive computing majorly focuses on informed decisions. Okay, it will give a prior intimation that it is going to perform this action on this particular instruction. Okay, when you are coming to AI, it basically focuses on problem solving tasks only. It doesn't focuses more on informing or informing a specific area where it is trying to focus on. It directly focuses only about the problem solving tasks, right? What is the approach? Cognitive computing approach is extracting vital information for decision making, whereas artificial intelligence approach makes suggestions for the best way to solve the problem. Okay, and cognitive computing interaction depends on the human decision, right? It is dependent. Cognitive computing is dependent, whereas artificial intelligence is autonomous. it makes a better decisions on behalf of humans, as I already told you. What is the purpose? Cognitive computing, the main purpose is it augments the human intelligence, and the AI focuses, or AI purpose of AI is to automate processes, right? Now, okay, in this image we will be talking about the cognitive computing and artificial intelligence, the common interactions, where does it overlap. Now, cognitive computing basically, like, it uses different principles. Okay, it uses different principles including neural networks, machine learning, contextual awareness, and so on. Okay, now, talking about the cognitive, it is having an ability of computers to simulate and complement humans' cognitive ability to make decisions, right? Now, it is not intended to mimic AI. Talking about artificial intelligence, it is not intended to mimic human thoughts and processes, but to solve the problems through the issue of best possible algorithms. The other overlapping concept is cognitive computing is not responsible for making decisions for human. Instead, it will take or wait for the humans to take the decision for any problem to be solved. Okay, and the basic concept where it is overlapping is the ability to solve problem, and it is deemed too complex for average human brains and are responsible for increasing and seamless productivity. Artificial intelligence is responsible for making decisions at their own, minimizing the role of humans. They make their own decisions at their minimizing the role of humans, wherein the decisions can be done or taken very quickly depending on the problems. Right. Now, we have seen about cognitive computing in the first slide. Now, let's see artificial intelligence, or know about artificial intelligence. Okay, it is a term that specify the intelligence. It is a term which specify the intelligence which is related, or it is revealed by machines as compared to natural intelligence demonstrated by humans. They are programmed. What is the first one? It is revealed intelligence. Okay. Second tells it is a programmed in such a way that we can make machines to think like humans or human brains, as the name specifies. It is the ability of a digital computer or a robot or a bot to perform the tasks as expected. The main field encompasses computer system or computer science and robust data sets for solving real world problems. As I was clearly telling from slide 1, that these are basically used to solve problems, real world problems. Now, when talking about artificial intelligence, we have different characteristics where AI is majorly used. What are the characteristics? First is feature engineering. Okay, in feature engineering, artificial intelligence plays a major role. Next, neural networks, deep learning, natural language processing, intelligent robotics, perception, automate simple and repetitive tasks. It will automate the tasks. What sort of tasks will it automate? The simple task and a repetitive task. It will automate in such a way that whichever problems are very simple and which are repetitive, it will not take much time to solve the problems. Instead, it will do it in lesser time to simplify the task and solve the problem in a very lesser time. Next is data ingestion. Data ingestion is, we have different types of data wherein AI will find it very easy to take the data and make a quick report on it. These are few characteristics. What are the limitations for AI? There are, many limitations. We'll discuss about 3 here. It is expressive. It is not expressive and it is self-explanatory. It is not expressive and or it is self-explanatory. AI cannot draw a conclusion about, it cannot draw a conclusion about how and why it reaches that particular state. It keeps users blind due to its in black box nature. Like it, in case if it is, it is occurring with some problem solving technique and it is stuck somewhere. Okay, it is stuck somewhere. So it is, since it's not expressive, it will stop at a particular issue and it tries the system to solve the problem. Now your system needs to go on to the whole instruction, go through the whole process of what technique it has used, what software it has used, and then it will identify the problem and give a solution for it. Okay. The second limitation is data temperament issue. Data temperament issue. AI sometimes proves to be a threat to national security if the highly sensitive data is utilized in government bodies or big ventures or in any machinery of governance. Right? Any sensitive data it is used, your AI will make sure that it is threat proof. Okay. Next, inaccurate data analysis. Inaccurate data analysis tells that it will analyze that data is inaccurate. AI can only do the analysis and do the result based on the data that we provide. It filters out everything that is not given as input. So, the unreliable or skewed data might hamper overall end result. Okay. So, the unreliable or skewed data might hamper the overall end result. In case if the data is inaccurate, then the end result may not be accurate, or it is not reliable, or the data may be skewed. Okay, these are the limitations where AI is stopped in retrieving the data or trying to get the data. Now, let me discuss about 3 points here. One is perception. Second is learning. Third is reasoning. Okay, perception, learning, and reasoning. Talking about perception, it is a process of acquiring or intercepting, selecting, organizing the data, or the organizing the sensory information is called perception. Now, what are the examples for it? Examples for it like self-driving cars. Okay, the basic example is self-driving car. When you're taking self-driving car as an example, it is having a sensor which receives the perception of surrounding, like medical prediction and route signs. Okay, medical prediction and route signs. Second, learning. Learning tells that it is the ability to improve the performance, or make accurate the accurate prediction based on the time over the experience. Example, it recommends the song, it recommends the previously listened songs, and depending on the interest of a person, it will recommend or suggest what song you like. It will recommend based on interest. Okay, the third is reasoning. The process of focusing or the process of forming conclusions, judgment, or interference from the fact or permissions. It takes the data and applies the logic, and it solves the problem, right? What is the example for learning? Example for learning is medical diagnosis system. It uses the symptoms and tests the results. Medical diagnosis, it uses the symptoms and tests the results. It perceives the result outcomes of what diseases you might occur, what kind of disease the patient might have facing through, and so on. This is about the reasoning. Depending on the medical diagnosis, it basically focuses on the conclusions, inferences, and applies the logic onto the problem, right? Next. Here, let's talk about the differences between Gen AI and cognitive AI. Okay, Gen AI and cognitive AI. Gen AI is like a digital artist. Okay, Gen AI is like a digital artist. It creates a new content from scratch. It creates a new content from scratch. And think of it, it is a brain behind those AI generated paintings or deep fake videos and so on, the new content which is created. Okay, it learns patterns from data, it learns patterns from data and then uses those patterns uses those patterns to generate something, right? Used to generate new on the other side. Okay, on the flip side, talking about cognitive AI, it is the digital detective. Cognitive AI is a digital detective. It understands, learns and make decisions. Understands, learns and makes decisions. Okay, and it plays a song. Decisions. It imagine talking to Siri. Let's imagine you are talking to Siri or asking Alexa to play a song. Your cognitive AI processes your speech, understands the concept, understands the context, and responds. Okay, and responds accordingly. Now, overall, in short, when you talk about Gen AI and cognitive AI, your Gen AI or generative AI creates content. Okay, and cognitive AI comprehends and interact. Okay, it will comprehend and interacts with the human. As discussed, your AI, artificial intelligence, comparison between artificial intelligence and cognitive computing is discussed today in this session. Hope you all have understood, and I'll be continuing the other topic in the next session. Before going, let's discuss about the similarities between the two is based on the ability of machines to act, adapt and reason based on the experience it has learned. They are similar in intent and dissimilar in their approaches in interacting with humans. It is similar in intent and dissimilar in their approach in interacting with humans. Okay. Now, both these technologies are in growing phase for rapid advancements like deep learning, machine learning and neural networks are the common technologies behind cognitive computing and AI in common. Thank you.